Alright, so what we're going to do this week is...
And our first couple of things we will talk about will be 4 high thoughts, relationship bit.
Not advice. This is not advice.
Oh, no, not advice. We will get bad advice.
And...
Wacky adventures.
Our wacky adventures.
And big news stories.
And big news stories where we'll read 4 headlines and pick one of them to discuss in actual detail.
Mm-hmm. So everyone knows what's going on in the world,
Yeah.
with BBC, whether local news.
Whether it be like in our local area, which is out here in the tri-state area of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, with our closest city being Philadelphia, which I can literally throw a stone to.
If you throw a stone in Philadelphia, someone's throwing a stone back.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that's actually...
Probably just not one, probably like a couple.
Yeah, that's actually happened a couple times. All
Okay,
right.
so high thoughts.
I thought...
Okay. So this orange cord. What if the only reason it's orange is because we were told it's orange? What if it's really blue, or black, or yellow, or green? What if...
Yeah, Silvio, it's not orange. It's red.
It definitely looks like an orange. Okay, it's a red orange. It's a red orange. Okay, there it is, red orange. But what if it's not? What if it's a different color, and we don't know the actual spectrum, and we're just told this because of what people say, not because of what people know?
Oh, I'm gonna miss you when they take you away.
The one and only, recording we get, and then a week later, I'm in the pen.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Alright, hold on. I want to hear this. Oh, God.
Okay, so high thought number 2. What if the reason we came to Earth was because we overpopulated Mars, and then we sent astronauts to come to Earth?
And now we're just trying to get back there?
To get back there. Because somehow we found water over there. So what if we originated from Mars? We were all Martians. No, shut up. Not we were all Martians. Adam and Eve were Martians. They said, fuck this shit, I'm out. Went to Earth. Because they saw a body of water over here. And they were like, this is probably more habitable than Mars because we are killing ourselves with everything that's going on. Now we're just repeating the cycle of going back there again.
Alright, I'm just checking to make sure that this is just fucking, vape juice, not fucking weed.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Because that is one fucking hell of a weird thought. And that is definitely a high thought.
Yeah. Because also the reason I'm saying this is because there's a boy who was captured in, Russia, not that too long ago, who says that to find out about Mars is through one of the sphinx beyond the ear, which gives us there should be maps and all that shit, and a bunch of information about Mars that we don't know today.
Okay.
That we knew before.
Alright, and that sounds good for that. Now, hear me out. Alright? What if this is just all a dream? What if the Matrix is not real, but it is what the outside world would perceive us as? Just ones and zeros. Just ones and zeros.
Okay, so basically it was
So
like...
our DNA is just ones and zeros.
So it's basically like we are in a computer and people are controlling us. Like Sims. Are we Sims?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. And I think my phone just went off.
Because if we were Sims, that would explain a lot of thoughts why I go into a room and then realize I forgot what I was doing. And then went back out and then back through the threshold again. Then I realized I forgot my drink. Then I realized I forgot to make my drink. Then I realized I'm hungry. Then after making my food, it would take me 10 times as long to make it while I'm high than I would regularly. So maybe I feel like I'm being controlled by someone. Because then it takes me just longer to realize that I need this and this. And then I forget. I'm not even high, I just forget. What if? Now hear me out.
Alright, I'm hearing you out.
What if this isn't real? Like, fuck the Matrix. Fuck what's going on. Fuck the colors. Fuck getting high. What if this simply just wasn't real? Like, yeah, we have our own thoughts. We can see through ourselves. But what if, at the end of the day, it's not real?
Okay. Are you sure you're not high?
No, okay. Hear me out. So, yes, there's a God. Up. Devil. Always in hell. But what if...
So what you're saying, hold on, let me see if I understand this. What if you're saying that we're all stuck in purgatory?
Yes. What if that's just all this is? And we're overpopulating purgatory. We're not overpopulating Earth. We're trying to find another universe to populate again.
So what you're saying is that Earth has completely been destroyed.
Yes. Earth is destroyed. There's no Earth. We're just in a vague space.
What if we're really on a space station?
Yes. Like, what if we're just flying somewhere?
And that all that we see is just...
from what's given to us, not from what we see. Like, we're okay.
So, like, if we're in cryostasis.
Yeah.
This is one fucked up dream.
Like, and then the only way to occupy another place is by going into another pocket of dimension that's not created by us, but that's created by the... what's her name? Basically, like Mother Earth, like human creation. Like, God made this, and God fell in love with that. But that thing is a whole nother universe.
Okay. I see what you're going with that. And that is one hell of a high thought.
Like, how can you perceive that, but at the same time, be in it?
Alright. I can see where that is.
'Cause I am lost. Because that's fucking trippy.
Yeah, really. That's not a stoner thought. That's a fucking LSD thought.
It's like, okay, we understand there's 12 dimensions. We're not in the first
Sylvia.
1 to 3.
Sylvia. Now you're getting into metaphysics because this is not what this podcast is about.
I'm still going with the height though. What if still, I understand we're all in between 1 and 3 dimensions. But what if,
hold on for a second.
because of God and where we are, we're in all 12?
Alright, I'm following you. For our viewers not at home, what he's talking about is basically quantum physics. This is more of the Schindler's cat principle. Schrodinger's cat principle. So, if you actually understand quantum physics, you will understand where we're at. Alright.
So, yeah, but that's where I'm lost, because, like, we're stuck in purgatory. We die in purgatory. That's where we leave either heaven to go to heaven, or we leave to go to hell. But what if our hell was what caused us to die over and over and over until we realize to stop it? But we can't stop it because it keeps happening over.
And we can't figure out what the trigger is.
Yes.
That is some Groundhog Day level Nexus shit right there.
Yeah, like, say I kill you, your nightmare... No, my nightmare would be because I love you so much that it's me killing you. Over.
And over. So what you're saying is that our dreams really do happen.
Yes.
What it is when we wake up, it's the reset.
Basically.
That's some trippy ass shit.
Yes.
So, like my last dream I died in,
Mm-hmm.
I was probably about 45. And I was killed in a war zone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really...
That happened.
That happened, but it's a reset.
Yeah. So every time you wake up, you're back in purgatory because it's gonna go happen again.
So somehow that today was picked as, or that day, whatever, because it wasn't last night I had the stream, or this morning, whenever the fuck I fell asleep. That's me.
It's like your midday nightmare.
So it's basically me having a reset every time.
Yes. There we go. Something's getting me.
Holy shit.
Yes, but you can't stop it. You dream it, it happens. So that means you dream of having this and that and the third at whatever age. It's not even that age. It's gonna happen.
Wow. For those of you wondering what the hell that sound is in the background, we're recording this in my basement. That is the HVAC system.
That would be some trippy fucking shit.
That really is. You're starting to get into some metaphysics and shit, and that is a whole podcast in and of itself that we could do.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next section. Start from there.
And all the movies that we watch isn't something that we're all going to see that we've made. It happened.
So
It's already been done.
So, using
We're
Endgame, since I can now spoil it because everyone should have seen it by now.
We're not. It's not. We use it as as manipulation, as CGI, quote unquote. But it's not.
So the snap actually happened.
Yes.
Nick Fury does exist.
Yes. Everyone we've seen exists, and it's happened to them.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So I understand what you're saying. I understand your thought now. So, using
Like the movie Life with Eddie Murphy, and what's his fucking name?
I know what movie you're talking about. I really don't remember the premise of that movie. That was a while ago I saw that. So let's use Will Smith's career.
Okay.
Since that crosses many genres.
Yes.
So what you're saying basically is someone like Will Smith. This is an example. He's been a cowboy.
He is a
fighter
cowboy.
fighter
He is a
pilot.
firefighter.
He's been a cop
He is a cop.
twice. Once in Miami and then once in Detroit later on.
Because yeah, he had to get to resign, and he went somewhere else that he thought was safer. Psych.
Yeah. So that means Terminator.
Happened.
So is that how the world ended?
Yes.
That actually would explain
How it's
a whole lot.
not just how it ended, how it's gonna end.
So,
Because that's like a
and y'all,
peer in the future.
y'all think I trust androids. Y'all fucking crazy.
It's not even about trusting what we see. We can't even trust what we know.
By the way, people, if you really want to question this, no, neither of us are high. We're sober. That's the scary part.
And okay, let's talk about Doctor Strange. How he can manipulate time and everything else.
It's a time dimension manipulation.
Yes. That's happened more than once. Why do you think every time we have the butterfly effect? It's not because of what we do. It's now controlled about what he has done.
Alright, so I'm going to save this whole conversation and put it in a different podcast because this whole conversation we're having right now is actually very interesting because we get into a ton of different things with this. We're talking metaphysics, we're talking quantum physics, we're talking theoretical particle physics. A lot of it is theoretical, basically theoretical physics, what we're talking.
It hasn't been proved yet. That's all.
It hasn't been proved. It possibly can be, but it also can't be. It's a thought experiment. So we're going to keep this and use
It's
it
like Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat. The suicide experiment. Now, those of you
The
that...
Russian gas experiment.
Yeah. More of the suicide experiment. And those of you that are wondering what the suicide experiment is, it is actually... think of yourself in a box. Now, stay with me. The best way I can describe it. Think of yourself in a box with a device that counts the protons. How fast the proton spins in one direction. and it counts it every 3 seconds. Now, that is connected to a nuclear device. It's basically a device that's basically game over, no matter how you look at it, for you. Spins one way, the device goes off. Spins the other, you're alive. Now, this is where we're going to get a little confusing for a lot of people that aren't following without a visual aid. I'll link a description to a great video underneath here that'll actually explain this a lot better than I can, since my degree's in electrical engineering and my brother's is in
architecture.
Yeah, figure that one out. But that device, now, say it, alright, so here's how it's gonna go, right? Silvio, count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
Click.
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 1, 2, 3.
Click. Alright, so that's 6 times. That he counted to 3. The device didn't go off. It did. There's a 50% chance of it going off because it spins one way, it goes off, spins the other, it goes off. Now, in that case, the universe has divided. Okay. In one universe, you continue living on. In another, you're dead. But you won't know that you're dead. That is the basic fundamentals of the suicide principle. Yeah, we know. It sounds really fucking weird. I think we're going to end that part of this podcast right there.
Yeah, the high thought number 4.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about relationships.
Don't date the crazy white bitches.
Yeah.
Everyone has a pussy. Keep doing you. Fuck who you want. Have fun.
Also, don't forget to be respectful. That's number one thing.
And when you do drugs, do it safely.
Same with sex.
Yeah, exactly. Safely. Pull-out method.
Condom.
Pull out.
We're really going to have this conversation. We're just not going to have this conversation.
Either that or can she suck you off. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this episode's definitely not getting monetized. That's got really...
This is gonna turn into like one of those like Joe Rogan podcasts where we're not gonna bleep anything out. We're just gonna go,
Oh no.
Fuck this, fuck that, fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck me.
Yeah, I have no problem fucking cursing. Neither does Silvio.
Yeah, don't fucking curse.
Fuck you.
Like a back on relationships.
Yeah. We'll put that in the introduction. No, but now, we're not going to give you any relationship advice.
No.
Both of us have...
Zero knowledge of that.
No, we have a very shitty track record of relationships.
Oh, yeah. Shitty.
Let's see. Yours is...
An abusive, manipulative. Fuck.
That's your current one.
Yeah.
The one before her...
Was... She cheated on me.
Yeah.
And then one before her... Kind of mutual. She cheated on me first and I cheated back. But I don't even know where we were together after she cheated.
Before that... Oh, by the way, most of this is the same person. That's the best part.
Um...
I'm gonna have to do some editing to make that sound good.
Okay. I know I cheated a lot. A lot. Way more than anyone needs to. I'm not perfect.
I got a book if y'all want to see it.
But, at the same time, and the same note, I try to be good. It just doesn't work out. I like seeking out fun and pleasure.
Yeah. And then on the opposite side, we have my relationships.
Yes.
Alright. In reverse order. Crazy, cheated, left. Crazy, cheated, left. Great woman. Mutual relationship ended. passed away, left me, left me.
Oh, I could have went with like a couple other girls. Like for me, like first one, started dating. The only reason we stopped dating was because we literally just mutually stopped talking to each other. That was Chloe.
We can use initials here.
C, whatever. I already said her name.
Yeah.
So C.
Yeah.
And then next one was S, and good, crazy white girl again. She cheated on
I'm
me.
starting to notice the pattern here for a second.
And then the next one was M, and
Hold on, was she the girl that was in the army?
no, that was D.
That's D. Okay.
That's a couple girls after this.
We're not going to list our relationship history.
Okay, but the main principle of this talk is to let you know that we're not normal.
We're not perfect.
Yeah, perfect. There we go. And
We're
no
not-
one is. But you gotta find the girl to be with who makes you perfect with her.
You got to find the person that one completes you. Let's take my parents for example. My parents have been married to each other twice. My parents have known each other for over 40 years. Yeah. They are going to be celebrating their 10th marriage and 10th anniversary
For this marriage.
for this marriage in January. On New Year's Eve this year, they'll be 40. I think it's the 40th. Yeah, 40th. Years of knowing each other. They have two great kids, me and my sister.
I'm adopted.
Yeah, he's adopted. And, you know, they are so good together. They could be sitting in the same room, not saying anything.
And they're good.
Yeah.
They like it like that. Okay.
And they talk, and they still do stuff together. That's the kind of thing you need to find, is someone that's going to be not only your lover, your best friend, your partner in life, and if they're your wife or husband, your husband, your boyfriend, or your fiancé, they need to be all of that.
Oh.
They need to still bring you flowers. Random dates every so often.
Yeah.
Wow, this is turning into relationship advice, and I didn't realize it.
Or you can think about my dad. My dad had to find his right one after the crazy bitch he dated, which was my mom.
He said it, not me.
And now August will be 11 years married.
Really, 11 years?
Yeah. 2008 was when they got married, August 10th.
And it's
crazy.
pretty amazing.
And he loves her. And literally FaceTimes her every day, talks to her every day. Has a new house in North Carolina. And he just lives up here for a little bit until he can retire. And he can move down fully with her.
So you never know where love's gonna find you.
And my dad is 53.
Yeah, my parents met at a college party back in the 80s, I think. Late 70s, early 80s, sometime around there.
So it's like you never know when you're gonna find the right one. You just know.
Yeah.
And it happens.
Well, think of our two friends, N and J.
Yeah.
They love each other very much. And they're married.
Mm-hmm.
They met in high school.
Yep. And they've been together ever since.
Yeah. They only got married, God, really, it's been 5 years now, almost.
Yep.
Almost 5 years next year. No.
This year.
This year. This year's 2019.
Yes.
So yeah.
Literally never know when who you're gonna meet. You could meet them young. You can meet them when they're older.
You
when
could meet
you're
when
both
you're
mature.
older.
Like it all depends on when you and your partner is mature enough to understand what both of y'all need and what's good for y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all can understand that and move on and understand that you just want to be with them and she or he just wants to be with you. Then you're fine.
Yeah. That's the best piece of advice I can give.
So wacky adventures.
So-
How many exactly wacky adventures have we been on since we've known each other?
Alright, so you gotta understand one thing. Me and Silvio have known each other for about going on almost 10 years now.
In September.
September... who fuck remembers the date?
9, 10, 11, 12, I don't
Sometime around there.
Yeah.
I think it was close to the end. Anyway,
Whatever.
we've known each other for almost 10 years now.
Yep.
Oh, we've been out of high school for about
6.
6.
No.
Shit.
7.
Fuck.
7 years.
7 years. So we've been out of high school for about 7 years now.
Coming in June.
Coming this June. And we've had, I want to say, over 20 different wacky adventures.
Yes.
And when we say wacky, some shit has gotten out of hand. Accidental trespassing.
No, okay, I'll be honest. That accidental trespassing was because of me. You asked me, is there no trespassing sign? No. No. No.
Yeah. We're not going to incriminate ourselves on any of those places.
No.
We've probably, without realizing it, have broken the law.
No.
There's a couple places that we didn't realize till after we were exiting the area that we had broken the law.
Yeah, apparently B&E didn't even fucking know it.
Yeah. So we've been to all over Jersey.
Yes.
A bunch of places in PA. And we've been to New York once so far.
Yes, we need to go back to New York.
We're gonna go back to New York later,
Hopefully this year.
hopefully this year, or we're gonna go to West Virginia. I don't remember which it is yet.
Fuck it.
I think it's either West Virginia or Virginia. One of those.
Hills Have Eyes, whatever.
That's Vegas. That's Nevada. We'll get out there eventually. I think we're gonna try to shoot for Nevada next year.
Next summer.
I have the schedule for it around here somewhere.
And then the one after that is we're going to hopefully go to Europe.
Yeah, in
What?
2021.
Yeah, 2021,
2021, we're gonna go to a couple places in Europe. 2022, because we're still waiting on approval from the Ukrainian ministry.
Yes, because we gotta go to
We're working-
Chernobyl.
We're looking to go to Chernobyl.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with trying to go to Chernobyl for us. Especially with the state what's going on right now in the world. So it does make going to a lot of these places a little harder.
That harder.
Especially with the current Russian occupation in the shit, I forget the name of that place. In southern Ukraine. There's a couple places in Africa that we've looked at going. And
You get lost there, you're fucking...
yeah. Yeah, we're still working those out. That's 2020.
Yeah, I know the details on that one.
2024.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2023, I think we're going to South America.
Yes. I figure we're doing for 2025. We're doing a lot of shit.
I think we're doing Asia.
Yeah.
I think we're going to Asia. And then 2026. I think 2026 we'll be back in the States because we'll be attending the World Cup. I think it's 2026.
We're at 2028.
I don't remember if it's 2028. I know one is the Olympics and one is the
Cup.
Cup. We'll be going to Canada at some point.
Yes. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Um,
Wait, Vancouver, or what do you think?
We're gonna work our way up.
Okay.
We're hoping to have a newer truck.
Yes.
So what we're doing right now is going over an overview of what the Wacky Adventures is. That's going to be a whole separate podcast on its own.
This is just the main what we're
This
doing.
is just main to give you an idea of what it's going to sound like, what it's going to look like.
Hey, how we're gonna see it and how y'all gonna see it.
Yeah. We actually do have a physical schedule
Yes.
of how we plan out our Wacky Adventures. We'll go over that in the podcast. I drew a blank on the word.
And it's like a podcast itinerary, basically.
Yeah. We're gonna go over, because planning our event, it's not just all right, we're gonna go here, grab a bag of chips, some stuff from the convenience store, and go. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the places that we do go to, however,
Have off-limit spots.
are not safe, are not entirely safe because of degrading buildings,
Oh, I like those. That's my favorite.
scavengers, homeless people. You actually have to plan it out.
Yeah.
Due to safety, you've got to plan what you're going to bring with you. For us, this is not just, it's basically urban exploring.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we're trying to make sure that we do it the safest way possible so that we don't get hurt.
True.
Because,
Rather be safe than sorry.
yeah,
At this point.
it's better, to look at a building and go, I don't think that's safe.
I'm running into that motherfucker.
No. I have stopped him a couple times right before the floor collapsed in front of him.
Yeah. That's fucking. I pissed myself.
Yeah. That would have been funny as shit. I would never heard the end of it from my mother, though.
Oh, hell no.
Tired?
Yeah, just yawning.
But yeah. So we'll go over the
Cool
wacky
stuff.
adventures and the different stuff that, you'll get to see, because sometimes we'll not just do a podcast. We'll actually do video.
Yeah, like a live showing of what we're doing.
Live showing of if we're at somewhere that we think is awesome. We went up to Port
Jarvis.
Port Jarvis earlier this year.
Yeah, might go up there again.
We might go back up there again. We're hopefully setting out a lot earlier this time.
Yeah.
We're thinking we're going to try to set off
Like,
early in the morning, like 4 o'clock
yeah.
where I am. We are planning a trip to Ohio
Yes.
at some point.
Where at in Ohio? Not really sure.
Not sure yet. We're still doing some research. When we go up to Canada, we're looking Montreal, Toronto, Quebec. If we have the vehicle to do it, we're hoping to make our way out to Alert, Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most northern points in Canada.
Yeah.
I say Alaska? I said Alert, Alaska. I'm sorry. No, Alert, Canada.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to make it out to Nevada at some point, which is gonna be. I think that's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be awesome. I wonder. Can I, on YouTube, on my phone, record?
You can. We can go live we can go live anywhere now.
I didn't even know that.
We'll be able to go. We'll set up a.
I can do record and go live. That's dope. I just noticed that. VPN hub? No.
We're gonna do. We're hoping at some point we can get a sponsor from Toyota or something.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go over all of this other information in the second episode of the podcast, which will be entitled Wacky Adventures.
Yes.
All right. And now that that's over, we'll do the news.
The news! Is it going? It is going. Okay,
Yep.
and we're clear. Here we go. The news with Senor Mustache. I mustache you a question. How's F1 news going today?
So today, as of May 20th, 2019, as we get ready to prep for Monaco in a couple of days. Unfortunately, the breaking news has happened. We lost Niki Lauda today, who is
sad.
a lot of people who followed F1 for a long time know who he is. His great battle with James Hunt in the 1976 season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think is probably one of the well known. So we'll see what they do at Monaco. Let's see what else we got.
But as of right now, before we figure out anything else, I would like to have a moment of silence for Nikki.
All right. And in other news,
We have a new women's driver.
we do have a new driver joining us at the Williams Academy for the Williams Racing.
Yes, and her name is
Jamie
Chadwick.
Chadwick, who's now joined the Williams Drivers Academy as a female driver. We may be seeing her in the Formula One series in the seasons coming soon to a driver's seat,
Yep.
which would be awesome to see.
Oh, hell yeah. Because as of right now, we have, what, 102 for NASCAR? And right now we have...
3 women driver, I think, in NASCAR. I'm not sure if there's any in Indy anymore. I know Danica Patrick was in Indy at one point.
Yeah, and then Jamie would be the first one for F1.
No, she would not be the first woman in F1.
For our generation.
For our generation, yes. You'd be the first woman driver to participate in a race if she makes it. Here's the biggest thing. Not downplaying her abilities. Just being accepted to one of the drivers' academies is a big step.
Yes. But being able to be picked off of that as well.
Getting into that seat and making your first start is a lot harder than it seems.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited for that, to see that. So congratulations, Jamie. In other news, this will be the 77th running of the Monaco Grand Prix. Which is awesome.
Which we're also hoping that
We
they
can-
will perform a moment of
They'll probably perform a moment of silence.
for Nikki.
Nikki, this year did also mark the 25th anniversary of the passing of Ayrton Senna, which is really sad.
Yes. And then this year will mark the 50th year
Yes.
since 1969.
In 1969, the Indy 500 was won by Mario Andretti, as a lot of people know who that is. So this marks the 50th anniversary of his winning at Indy.
Yep.
So we also got Indy coming up. Alonso will not be racing at IndyCar this year. As we approach, I think 24 hours is coming up soon, right?
I think so. Let me check that out. You have my phone.
I believe the 24 hours of Le Mans, which is in a few weeks.
I believe so. 24. If I can spell.
Well, that's lemons. Whoops.
No, Le Mans, not lemons.
They both coincide with each other.
Yes, they do. 2019 24-hour Le Mans will be taking place the 15th and 16th of June at Cirque de la Sarthe in Le Mans, France. It will be the 87th running of the 24-hour race.
So that's big news. So that's good for them. Right now, it's, motorsports news, there's always something going on.
Yes. And for right now in F1, the leader is Lewis Hamilton.
As always at this point.
Seriously.
Oh, here's some news. This came about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Alonso to leave Toyota World Endurance Cup, World Endurance teams after the 24 Hours of Le Mans this year.
Yeah.
The new Ford GT livery spotted. I'll have a picture of that come up for you. Actually, it looks pretty good. It looks kind of reminiscent of the old GT, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. We will put up a picture.
Yeah, we'll insert a picture there so you can take a look at it. What else is going on this weekend? Daytona 500, which is this weekend. Memorial Day is just the biggest thing.
Yeah, and coming this weekend, Memorial Day. Talking about it, which is the 25th and 26th of this weekend coming up, and Monaco is starting Sunday.
It'll be Monaco, Indy, Daytona.
Yep. And that starts at 9:10.
That's the first race. That's Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, it is.
For us, because we live on the East Coast, which is awesome.
We're like a small portion of California with all our rules and regulations.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not get into that. This is the news. What else is going on in the news that we can talk about? I saw something on BBC. All the ministers from the Austria far-right party has resigned.
Yes. That's big.
That's pretty interesting.
And then a slight deviation. Still in news, the new, which I've always loved their concepts and how they upgrade their phones. The new OnePlus 7 Pro is now available for the United States.
That's interesting to see.
And they have a new feature, the pop-up camera for them. All screen display.
One of the other, and also in the automotive news, that's the tech news. In the automotive industry, we've had a very, very interesting week. The new Toyota Supra.
Oh yeah.
They've started shipping, along with the BMW Z4s.
A second find out good. Here we go. The final days of arrived. Watch the Frederick Adsub and the super battle on the track against Mr. Peanuts. So it's a little race. One uses a peanut car, one uses the new Toyota Supra.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting video to watch. We've also got, in the breaking news, isn't this year the Women's World Cup, right?
Yes. And don't forget, the new Jeep Gladiator is
already on sale.
Yes, on sale, and it's almost done production for this year.
Yes.
It started with like a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah, they're going to end it early to start on production for the 2020 model year.
Yes.
Same with the Ford Ranger. Believe they're going to stop production of the 2019 starting next month or the month after. No, we're in May.
Yeah,
so probably July. They'll beginning of July they'll kill production for the 2019 model year and start production on the 2020 model year.
In the second half of July.
for those of you excited for
The
Women's
FIFA Women's World Cup.
which is being held, I think, in France this year. Yes. For us American fans,
We will be facing Thailand
we will be facing Thailand on
June 11th.
June 11th.
At 3 p.m.
So that's going to be an interesting game to watch, and that is for us Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. But so far, the first couple of games we have will be France and South Korea on.
Away from the mic.
Okay, France and South Korea. It's June 7th.
June 8th at 9 a.m. So June 8th, you have Germany versus China, Spain, South Africa, and Nigeria versus Norway.
Yes.
On the 9th, you have
Australia and Italy, and then Brazil and Jamaica, and England and Scotland.
Well, that's a miracle.
That's awesome. Actually made it. And then the 10th, we have
Argentina and Japan, Canada and Cameroon, New Zealand, that's the 11th.
the 11th is New Zealand and Netherlands, the Chile and Sweden, and the U.S. and Thailand.
All right, and those times are the first match of the day is at 9, second at 12, and third will be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're at 3 hours apart.
Yes. Because game usually takes 90 minutes. I don't know if any of y'all watch soccer, but
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
depending, I don't know if they're doing 15-minute intermissions or 20-minute intermissions.
They'll probably do the full 20. But yeah. So,
Not bad.
and that's the news for the week. That's the news for the day on this beautiful Monday evening.
Take care.
Take care, guys. Shit, wrong one.